Water, as we all know, is an important driver of socio-economic development, food security, and preservation of our pristine ecosystem. There has been significant all-round achievement in India in respect of creation of irrigation potential, in providing safe drinking water to our people, in meeting the industrial water demands, as well as in addressing the environmental issues. However, at the same time, we are also facing challenges in the water sector in the form of reducing per capita availability of water due to increasing population, deterioration in quality, overexploitation of groundwater resources leading to decline in the groundwater table in some areas, some suboptimal utilization of the created facility, and relatively lower efficiency of the facilities for water utilization. Pollution of river and deterioration in quality of groundwater are well known. Friends, we are already a water-stressed nation, and with the further reduction in per capita availability of water, we will soon be a water-scarce nation. Our per capita water availability at present is already low and is to the tune of 1,545 cubic meter per person per year. By 2050, per capita availability of waters will decrease to 1,140 cubic meter per person per year. To face this situation, we need an enhanced storage capacity as far surface water is concerned from 253 billion cubic meter at present to the about 450 billion cubic meter. This is one of the main, in fact, this is one of the main thrust area of the National Water Policy 2012. Because we all know that the demand for fresh water or for industrial or irrigational purpose is going to increase day by day. If we don't start right now, that is why we are pressing the point that instead of going for the run-of-the-river projects like concept in creating hydel potential, we should apply our mind and we should go for a multi-purpose dam or multi-purpose reservoirs. That will not only augment the hydel potential, this will help in stopping the siltation problem, the flood problem, as well as it will enhance our capacity to provide fresh water to our people in coming days. I would like to mention here that the total water in the form of rain and snow, this is a major area where we should concentrate, that is around 4,000 BCM, of which 1,123 BCM is utilizable, and out of which we are utilizing only about 450 BCM in the form of various utilization portions, which is comparatively the lowest among frontline countries. It is the lowest among frontline countries. Even some of our Asian brothers, they are utilizing the rainwater much more than what we are. This is the one area I feel which need the focus attention of the nation as a whole, because we need a lot of resources in the beginning to, at least even if we want to concentrate just to double the capacity, we required a huge amount of money, and that money will certainly come through the government exchequer or from the private initiatives. That's why both initiatives are much required. Continuous depletion of the groundwater is another area of concern for us. Surface water is our current account, and current account can be maintained only when we have the saving bank deposit well within limit. Or I would rather like to say that the aquifer is a reserve bank as far water banking is concerned. And now we are so liberal in withdrawing from this reserve bank. Out of more than 5,800 blocks and talukas all over the country, more than 800 blocks are overexploited or critically exploited ones. The major part of Karnataka, now Maharashtra is facing the worst drought in their history. In Gujarat, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, there are certain states where the groundwater situation is very, very critical, very critical. And then there is a problem of contamination. There is one type of contamination, that is arsenic or fluoride, that is I think this is geogenic. We need some kind of in situ arrangement to make the aquifer free of arsenic, or to contain it to the certain permissible limit. That is the one aspect where we need a focus attention, because a lot of research is required in this direction. I think I will call upon some of the premier corporate sector house to come forward to take this challenge in their shoulder. And the second area is the surface water, which is got contaminated due to our industrial process, due to our urbanization, etc. That is also causing a lot of hardship for the people. That's why both the one is manageable, the other is also manageable, provided we have the backing of the research and we have the backing of the science and technology in that direction. But which is more needed, there should be a law. All states should have a law to regulate the withdrawal of the groundwater. That is why we are continuously pursuing with the state government to enact the model bill on groundwater legislation and for better control and management. Some of the states, they have taken up, but there are certain states which are lagging behind, and we want that the public opinion should be building to, I will not use the word to pressurize, but I will say that to persuade the state government to come forward for legislation such a model bill. We are emphasizing with the state government to include rooftop water harvesting in the bylaws for the commercial and the governmental buildings. Even in Delhi, it is our national capital. How many of our buildings, how many of our commercial organization or the governmental organization have this facility? If you are not harvesting, which is the easiest method to do, if you are not doing that, so what else we can do to enhance the water availability? This is the question which a civil society to ask from itself. The answer should come from ourselves. It is not only when the government will take a danda और कहेगी कि करो नहीं तो तुम पर कुछ हम ऐसा कर देते हैं. अब आज की डेमोक्रेसी के अंदर और हमारी जैसी वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी के अंदर इट इज अ डिफिकल्ट टास्क. केवल हम लोग जो है अर्ज कर सकते हैं, प्रार्थना कर सकते हैं, इस बात को करिए करके. हम लोग अपनी तरफ से कोशिश कर रहे हैं गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से, हमारी मिनिस्ट्री भी फोकस कर रही है। हम कोई रिचार्जिंग के लिए ग्राउंड वाटर कोई बहुत बड़े बड़े डैम्स और रिजर्वॉयरी की ज़रूरत नहीं है, बल्कि बहुत ही लो टेक्नोलॉजी बेस्ड स्ट्रक्चर्स काफ़ी हैं। कई स्टेट्स ने जिन्होंने मनरेगा के पैसे के बेहतर उपयोग के लिए, आई थिंक मिस्टर रघु यू आर मेंशनिंग अबाउट दिस खाल चाल दिस इन उत्तराखंड, बट आंध्रा हैज शोन अस द वे, इन रायलसीमा एरिया दे हैव शोन अस द वे, और छोटे छोटे पानी के उसमें, और बल्कि मैं तो नैना जी आपसे प्रार्थना करूंगा, व्हेन आपने जब उत्तराखंड का जिक्र कर दिया तो आप एक स्टेट को मॉडल स्टेट के रूप में गोद ले लीजिए और इजीली आप ये गंगा यमुना में हम अरबों रुपया खर्च कर रहे हैं, लेकिन पानी से बड़ा सफाई करता दुनिया में कोई नहीं है। हम अभी जो लाठी चला रहे हैं वो भूसे में चला रहे हैं, और यदि हम पानी पर कंसंट्रेट करें, और आज वहाँ जो धारे फूटते थे वो खत्म हो गए, जो स्प्रिंग फूटते थे, जो और तरीके की वाटर कंजर्वेशन एक्टिविटीज थी, दे आर लोएस्ट इन दैट एरिया। और ये वो एरियाज हैं जहाँ से सारे नॉर्दर्न इंडिया की नदियाँ निकलती हैं, गंगा इत्यादि निकलती हैं, हिमाचल है, ये है। यदि इनको स्टेट्स को यदि हम ले लें पायलट प्रोजेक्ट के रूप में, वहाँ छोटे छोटे वाटर कंजर्वेशन स्ट्रक्चर खड़े करें, तो न केवल पानी जमा किया जा सकता है, स्प्रिंग्स को रिचार्ज किया जा सकता है, बल्कि लीन पीरियड में हम उस पानी को गंगा में, यमुना में, उसके ट्रिब्यूटरीज के माध्यम से दे करके वी कैन डू ए लॉट, वी कैन डू ए ग्रेट सर्विस टू द गंगेज एज वेल एज टू द यमुना। बट गवर्नमेंट वाइज हम लोग कुछ कर रहे हैं, मगर आप तो जानते हैं सरकार सरकारी के तरीके से चलती है, और हम लोगों से जो बेहतर असली सरकार है, वी आर ए टेम्परेरी गवर्नमेंट विद अ परमानेंट गवर्नमेंट दैट मूव्स वेरी स्लोली। और जिस तरीके का देश के अंदर वातावरण बना दिया गया है, और क्योंकि फ्रॉम द इंडस्ट्री आई कैन शेयर माई कंसर्न विद यू, जिस तरीके का नकारात्मक वातावरण जिसको कहते हैं, एक नेगेटिव इन्वायरमेंट क्रिएट कर दिया गया है, उसके अंदर तो द मूवमेंट कितना स्लो डाउन हो जाएगा वो समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। कभी किसी ने मुझसे पूछा कि भाई वो यूरोपियन मंदी ने इकोनॉमी को ज़्यादा हिट किया या किसी और फैक्टर ने, तो मेरे लिए ये एसेस करना कठिन हो गया कि हाउ मच द यूरोपियन स्लो डाउन हैज कंट्रीब्यूटेड टू आवर इकोनॉमिक right, and how much it is our own creation by creating a negative environment throughout the country. This is a subject. Sometime I will not like to use your forum to deliberate on this subject, but it is a point which we all should keep in our mind. And the second aspect, which you have rightly dealt with, that is water use efficiency. It is also a very crucial issue, because our resources are limited. And you have rightly pointed out that the 78% of the total water available goes to the agriculture, and nearly 8 to 10% goes to the industries. And yes, there are other sectors also. But out of when we find that what is the water use efficiency, the agriculture seems to be a main culprit, because there is a general average of the developed country, it is 50 to 65%, and whereas in our case it is nearly 38%. There is a big gap. There is a big gap between the 38 to 65%. I think this is one point. The another point is which you highlighted, that is about what is the irrigation potential created and irrigation potential utilized. And I will just like to to bring to your notice that in Tamil Nadu it is 0.27, and whereas in Himachal Pradesh it is 39.48. The gap is so big, and of course this Himachal Pradesh is a small state, but Madhya Pradesh is a big state. Bihar is a 35%. Then Maharashtra is a 31.85%. So when there is such a big gap, we are talking about the this is about the food security, etc. These are all related issues. But even leave apart food security, our water security will be in danger when we will keep on behaving in this fashion. So no country can afford this kind of situation. FICCI has been the voice of India's business and industry, and of course now sometime after we would like to say that you are the voice of Indian water also, the water sector also. And I will urge to all the FICCI members to spread the message of water efficiency among its members and society at large. We look forward to FICCI Water Mission to provide us information, case studies on efficient water use by industry, and engage for a greater role in sustainable water management. Any effort by industries would also have to work with the communities, as the ultimate impact of all our work should be for the betterment of our people and environment. The recently approved National Water Policy 2012 recommends encouragement of recycle and reuse of water after treatment to a specified standard through a properly planned tariff system in which there is a cost for quantity withdrawn, a refund for properly treated water, return for reuse, and heavy fines for returning polluted water. FICCI present initiative would certainly benefit the industry at large through this policy initiative. I have just mentioned about the role of the private sector. You have played a great role in enhancing our water capacity throughout the country. You are involved from building dams to the construction of the canals to all sorts of aspects. Now we are expecting a lot from the industries in way of infusing the technology in better use of the water system. Suppose a push button with lesser cost, a better technique can work a lot in saving the water in every household, but it should be cost effective. If it is a costlier one, so only Harish Rawat will use. If it is a cheaper one, so my fellows, my biradars, my colleagues in the villages, they will also come forward and use it. I have seen that wherever these hand pumps are installed, even a layman technology is not being used. The mouth from where water is flowing out from the groundwater, they make it like this. If it is like this, so a lot of water will be saved. But they say that they are drawing from the reserve bank, so any amount will come out, no problem. So these are the small things. I think industry can help us. And you have taken up the cause. In fact, these smaller water bodies, not only the urban one, the village is one also. In urban areas, most of the water bodies are now vanished. This is bad news, but it is fact. भेंट चढ़ गई अर्बनाइजेशन की। मगर जो हैं उनको प्रिजर्व करना है। मगर आज भी गाँव के अंदर there are a lot of water bodies. In fact, my ministry has a scheme that is triple R, restoration, repair and renovation. Renovation, that is the scheme here. We are spending a lot of money in that. We are asking the state government to come forward to renovate or to repair and to do all sorts of take up all sorts of activities to preserve these smaller water bodies. In fact, they are not only the source of fresh water for us or source of irrigation for us, they are our lungs also. In the villages, even in urban areas also, they are our lungs. Mr. Pant, who is sitting just in front of myself, जिस एरिया से आते हैं अल्मोड़ा के अंदर, there used to be a naulas historically, and even the mohallas are named after these naulas. But most of these naulas have vanished. With that, the concept of natural environmental hygiene has also gone away in Almora. This has happened in Almora. This has happened all over the country. But in the villages, still there is a scope. And as our ministry is concerned, we are acting fast in this direction. That is why we are helping liberally to the state government to come forward to preserve these smaller bodies. And we just need your help also. And I think if we create a awareness in this direction, there is an area where private-public participation is most welcome. But with that also, we should focus on the community participation also. I have seen your presentation. That is why I asked you that the villagers will be more receptive to your idea of when you select one or two states for this purpose and come forward with a scheme. And we will also like, as a Ministry of Water Resources, to associate ourselves with your endeavor, with your vision. Friends, there is an urgent need to take up the necessary measures for optimal utilization of available water resources with due consideration to their sustainability. For optimal utilization of water resources, it is necessary to ensure sustainable development of the water resources and efficient management. All sections of the society have to join hands and contribute to address the challenges in the water sector, be it central government, state government, Panchayati Raj institutions, urban local bodies, industrial houses, civil societies, corporate sector, or any other stakeholder. FICCI associate industries have excellent track record in taking initiative towards better conservation and management of water. I hope this knowledge initiative under Water Mission of FICCI would go a long way in efficient use of limited water resources by the industry. I am also happy to see that FICCI Earthwatch report on urban freshwater. We all have grown up seeing this earth to be slowly we say there's a mother, but we are doing all the things which hurts the mother earth. Okay? So at least this kind of initiative will work as a deterrent. It will sensitize the public opinion. It will build a public opinion. That's why I thank you for this initiative, and I wish FICCI Water Mission and the seminar all success.